Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
Diamonds in the sunset, now your time has come. A pretty yellow bird fly away into the sun. Don't look down.
All right, 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. We have in about 54 minutes from now, we have a Veterans Resource Center opening up here in Ocala. It is a project that's been in the works for years. If you get a chance to go over there, the ribbon cutting ceremony is something you would be great. It would be greatly appreciated if you show up there for that. They've got a little ceremony they're going to do. But most importantly, I think in the years of doing radio, we've done a veterans show probably 18 years now, I guess, at this radio station. And in the course of time of doing that radio show, I've gotten to know so many of the veterans, heard so many of their stories. And there's no question in my mind as to why the men and women who have served our country in our armed forces are truly our heroes. And yet they always say, don't call me a hero. And that is illustrated in the title and in the content of the book we're about to talk about, which is titled, Never Call Me a Hero. It's kind of hard to not call somebody a hero when they've gone through some things that would definitely, I mean, what do you need to do to be a hero if these things don't qualify you as a hero? Laura Lawfer Orr is on the phone. She helped to write this book. I'm not really sure who to credit with the book. I think she and Timothy Orr and Jack Dusty Kleist. She's going to tell us about him in a second, who was awarded the Navy Cross. It is his story. On June 4th, 5th and 6th, 1942, Lieutenant Kleist helped sink 3 Japanese warships, crippling the Imperial Navy and reversing the tide of World War II. Never call me a hero, but I hate to be disrespectful, sir, but you are a hero. Laura Lawfer Orr is a Deputy Education Director at the Hampton Roads Naval Museum, the United States Official Museum, United States Navy Official Museum in Norfolk, Virginia. Laura Lawfer Orr, good morning, Laura. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
How do we not call him a hero, huh?
You know, that's what we said all these years we worked with him. My husband and I spent 5 years working with Dusty on this book, and every day we called him a hero. And he'd always say, oh, no, don't call me a hero. I'm not a hero. It's the men who didn't make it back who are the true heroes in his mind.
Yeah.
But I called him one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk over you. I guess it's hard for us who are not heroes to not be able to call these guys heroes. I think they are. So, and your story, I don't know what you would need to do to be a hero if it wasn't that. I mean, it sounds like everything he's done, it's unbelievable. So you had the opportunity to really get one-on-one information from him and share that with the rest of us.
We did. Yeah, we worked with him for about 5 years. We say we co-wrote the book because my husband and I did a lot of the writing, and then we would send it to Dusty based on our interviews, and he'd go through and he'd change things and he'd add stories, and so we really did write it together. A 96-year-old man was probably not going to sit down and write his entire book, but we helped him a lot with that. And we do believe, he is a hero. You are absolutely right.
Yeah. But the title says everything because, as I mentioned in the intro, the guys and ladies we've worked with who have served us all almost inevitably say, and we've had, I don't want to take up your time telling you their stories, but trust me, they've told us similar stories, and it's how do you not call somebody a hero when they've gone through that stuff? I think even this is maybe because I'm not a veteran, but the fact that my classmates, my brother, my nephew, my father, all the people I know who are close to me who said, you know what, I'm going to do this, and if I die, then I did it for my country. That in itself is being a hero.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And everybody involved in the Battle of Midway, I mean, they knew what they had to do. Mr. Kleist knew what he had to do. They were dropping bombs on the Japanese ships, knowing that there would be a lot of casualties, but they had to do that to protect the United States and the rest of the world, and that's something that they all had to live with the rest of their lives.
Right. They'd had 6 months of losses, basically, from Pearl Harbor up to Midway. And they knew, the United States knew they needed to turn this around. And by breaking the Japanese code before the battle at Midway, figuring out where the Japanese were going to attack, they had that opportunity to strike that decisive blow. And during the Battle of Midway, sank 4 Japanese aircraft carriers that the Japanese could not replace. They couldn't rebuild during the war. So this is a significant victory for the United States. And it doesn't mean that the United States is going to win the war. It doesn't make it inevitable. But it's incredibly important for morale. And it's important because it allows the United States to move into the island hopping campaigns and future battles that are eventually going to lead them to Japan itself.
Does the fact that you and your husband are both obviously very interested in history, military history is his kind of specialty, it looks like. The reason we need history at all is so that we don't have it repeat itself. And right now, it almost looks like it is starting to repeat itself. It looks like the early days prior to World War II in the news today.
Yeah, it is a little bit scary. I think one of the things that, even if you don't like history, we tell this story because it's a story of one person who experienced all this. History is not about memorizing dates and names. It's about understanding what those people gave up, what they sacrificed for us so that our country is the way it is.
And it's just not about just doing the right thing for your country. In his book, he also said that he believes that he has had spiritual guidance throughout his life.
Absolutely. He always said that. Even, he made it to age 100, and he always said, why did I make it so long? And he was the last dive bomber of his squadron to be alive. He said he felt like he was alive for a reason, that he needed to tell his story, and he needed to tell the story of his squadron mates who lost their lives earlier and everything they did.
Right,
so he felt that there was a spiritual reason for doing this book in the end.
The book again is called Never Call Me a Hero. Laura Lawfer Orr is one of, I guess we'll say 3 writers. You, your husband Timothy, and of course the subject of the book, Dusty Kleiss. You've given him credit as a writer. In fact, you've given him the main credit as the writer. I think it serves us all. You know what I think is also awesome is the fact that we get to know him. It's almost like in fiction when you have character development. You learn other things besides the story, the main story. You find out about their mothers and their girlfriends and things like that. Was that hard for you? Was it a natural direction to go for you, or what?
It was definitely the most difficult part, honestly. We thought that talking about war experience and losing friends would be hard, but it was a little bit harder to get the personal information when we were doing the interviews. And we found a lot of it from letters that he wrote home during the war and after the war as well. And we'd bring up things that we read in the letters, and then he'd say, oh, right, there was that. That did happen. He and Jean, his wife, they had such a wonderful relationship, but it was not perfect, and it's human. So while we look at him as a hero, he's also a human at the same time.
Sure. Well, he did some heroic things. That's fair to say. But like you say, he's human, and I wonder if he cringed at all when you brought up the things that he didn't really want you to know about.
A little bit, but he understood that, we needed them to show that he's a real person.
Right. Well, you the both of you have really put together a wonderful book. Good luck with everything. When did it come out?
It came out yesterday.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, I'm sure this is going to be a hit for you guys. I have a copy here. If I have a listener who would like the copy that Laura sent to us, you can call me right now. I'll put your name on it. But there's only one, so the rest of us have to go buy our own. Laura, can you direct us to a website? I'm guessing Amazon is a good starting place?
Yep. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, HarperCollins website directly. Any of those places, the book is available.
All right. Let me see if I grab one of these calls and give it away. Good morning. You've got the book. Who's this?
This is Marshall.
Marshall, you've got the book. It'll be waiting for you here, okay? Thank you, Marshall. I think you hung up. Laura, thank you for being on the air with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. We will be right back.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies.
This is the beat of a normal heart. Now this is the beat of a heart of someone who just snorted or injected or smoked methamphetamine. Why? For a high. And this is what happens to that normal heartbeat. It's irregular, it's racing, it's why it's called speed, and it can do bizarre things to our heads. It can make us aggressive and violent. We can start hallucinating and end up doing some serious damage to people. Call 1-888-8-NO-METH today for more information on methamphetamine. That's 1-888-8-NO-METH.
A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free Florida and America.
All right, 17 minutes after 9 o'clock. It's kind of appropriate that we follow our interview regarding a Navy hero from World War II with a Navy hero from the Vietnam War. Joe Martone is on the phone. He probably doesn't want to be called a hero either. No. But he's over at the Veterans Resource Center, which is having their ribbon cutting in about 43 minutes from now. How's it going over there, Joe?
It is outstanding. The weather has held off, thank the Lord. It doesn't look like we're going to get soaked here, so come on down. It is packed right now, but there's always room for more. We have a nice long tent set up. We have the jazz band from one of the high schools here. We have 6 medallions representing the 6 branches of the military here that are out there to look at. The facility is wide open right after the ceremony. Everyone can come in and tour it. So it's phenomenal. And if you have a chance, like I said, the ceremony's at 10 o'clock, and we're gonna have it. We'll have the dignitaries come in. We're looking forward to everyone coming in because we need you to stop by and see everybody. Now, for a minute here, I'm going to. Speaking of one of the dignitaries, you're live on the air right now. Say hi to everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Veterans Center grand opening, and you're here with Commissioner Carl Zalek and the crew, and we are getting ready for the festivities and the incredible opportunity to serve our veterans better by this awesome facility. So thanks for being with us this morning, and hope to see you here shortly.
That is the shortest speech you'll ever hear from him.
Right.
And speaking of veterans, we have a veteran. His name is Jim. He's about 92 years old. He's a Navy veteran. He is here. We didn't know if he was going to show up because of his health, but he is here.
We know,
with his big Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, he is a character. There's a lot of veterans here, but we do implore you to come here. And speaking of veterans, I want you to talk to for a moment here. Everyone knows Hank Whittier from our show on Thursdays mornings, but he's executive director of Veterans Helping Veterans, headquartered in Marion County. Hank, it's all yours.
Hey, well, listen, thanks for having us. Thanks for listening to us this morning. Come on over. You know, but Joe did leave out this morning. There's lots of cakes and cookies. You didn't tell me. And talk. I wasn't going to talk Joe. But come on down. The ceremony starts at 10. And listen, this is a great day for veterans. Thank everybody, particularly W. Wilson. So we're looking forward to seeing you all over here. And thank you every Thursday. God bless you for service. God bless America, everybody.
Thank you, Hank. All right, yeah, make sure you get down.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Wow. Okay, that's the way the day's going to be, and I appreciate everything. I'll see you later on. If you don't stop here, say hi.
All right, yeah, go down there and help the veterans celebrate something they've been working on for years.
1997 this started, yes.
Yeah, long time waiting for this day to happen. So go down and help them celebrate it. Sounds like there's some goodies, too, so there's an extra added incentive.
Yeah, you didn't tell me about that earlier. Yeah, you what? I'm glad we put him on the air. Now I'm going to put his feet to the fire and say, where
are the cookies? Where are the cookies?
We're right here on East Silver Springs Boulevard, right next to the main library, the old bowling alley, if you want to look for your directions to get here. Easy enough. Everyone knows where we are. East Silver Springs Boulevard.
Yeah.
Thank you for the time.
All right, Joe. You have a fun time, and we'll send as many people over as we can.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Joe.
Bye-bye.
All right, we'll take a little break. I think we have a guest coming on in just a bit. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
I'm Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala, and I'd like to tell you about the Palm Garden Way. We promote individual care, of course, but we also encourage GEMS. That's going the extra mile, and these are thoughtful individual gifts that make each guest stay special. A gem could be a daily latte or a new book or something else that means a lot to our guest. To find out more about the Palm Garden Way, take a tour, located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street in Ocala.
The entire world watched. They watched each step down the rungs of that small ladder, one after another, and waited with great anticipation for that last step.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
At that moment, humanity saw the impossible become the possible. And today, the sky is not the limit. Achievement. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.